Have you ever dreamed of owning your own home, but has the prices just seemed too high? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's hope. Builders are starting to build smaller homes to combat the affordability issues. Hello, family, and welcome to the new viewers. I am Sir Ashley, and today we're going to talk about the affordability crisis in the housing market right here in the United States and what builders are doing to tackle the problem. We'll be exploring as to why builders are turning away from building traditionally large homes and looking at alternatives. Now, I get what the builder's end goal is to do, which is to allow first-time home buyers to find something that is affordable without sacrificing too much. However, I'm not sure if the solution of smaller homes is the solution for people that are buying a home right now. Stick around. So I came across an interesting article in Fortune.com about the housing market and the rising cost of homes. Did you know that housing right now is taking anywhere from 40 to 50% of people's income? Please, in the comment section below, let me know if you knew that was the case, that housing expenses is taking such a large portion of people's budgets. Now, if you look at things historically, housing typically is about 20 to 30% of families' budgets. But at the present time, housing takes up an even larger chunk, almost 50% of a household's income. That is very significant. So I get the need to want to make housing more affordable, but I'm a bit skeptical at the smaller is better approach when it comes to housing. Yes, smaller homes could mean cheaper homes, but does that really solve the problem that we're experiencing right now? And while other YouTubers keep claiming there's going to be a housing crash and predicting all this fear and gloom, the data says otherwise. Home prices are going up. In the top 100 metros in the United States, not even 10% of the metros are declining in home prices. Those people predicting a housing crash have been predicting one since 2009. They were wrong then, they were wrong in 2020, they were wrong in 2021, wrong in 2022, and as we go on further into 2023, you are seeing that prices are not crashing. Even with interest rates above 7 right now. I'm filming this in late May 2023 and interest rates are above 7. It is prime buying season and there's not enough inventory in the market and people are still buying. The truth of the matter is we have a severely low supply of inventory, both homes and apartments. Now, when I say homes, I mean single family homes. Across the United States, we are short over 7 million apartments units. And the reason for this is because during the Great Recession, a lot of the smaller home builders had to go out of business. They could not continue to function. So as they went out of business, there wasn't enough homes being built in that time frame. So we basically lost about 10 years of home production. And then once the pandemic started, home builders started producing homes at a rapid rate again to try to keep up with demand. And as you saw, they could not, and home prices continued to go up. Let me bring it back to the real world. I am a realtor and an investor, and I talk to other realtors on the day-to-day basis, and I help clients on the day-to-day basis. And I get feedback from both. And this is what I commonly hear. I'm here in the greater Charlotte area, and it is evident that builders are building smaller homes. But this is what I'm hearing from people that are buying homes right now, which the largest population of buyers right now are Millennials. So this is feedback mainly from them. They don't like the smaller homes. In fact, they don't like it at all. They are actually almost shunning those smaller homes. But the truth of the matter is, that's what's in their budget. I recently showed a family a home that was around $450,000. And it was a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 1,700 square feet. And they said they can't do it. they would feel crammed in that home. So they wanted to go to the next level of home, but that home is right around 500,000 and would provide them about 200 to 300 more square feet. So you'll have about 2,000 square feet. And even then, they didn't feel like that was enough space. And I can't blame them. 2 of those 4 bedrooms, you could barely fit a toddler bed in comfortably. So we're kind of at an impasse between what builders are doing and what the largest pool of buyers, millennials right now, are willing to accept. I wish you all could have seen the sizes of 2 of these bedrooms. You would have laughed and you would have been like, this is what $450,000 is getting me right now? Sadly, yes, that is what it is getting you right now. And as buyers, you have 2 options. Actually, you have 3. 1, you can stay renting. But those of you who are renting right now, you know that 1, it is getting more expensive every year, and that doesn't quite solve the problem regarding size. Most of the rental units are small as well. If you live in an apartment, you know it's small. And if you have a single family home that's a rental, that is a larger home, you know that you're paying an arm and a leg, and that price is going up every single year. Second option is you can just suck it up and buy that $450,000 home that has 2 of the 4 bedrooms, barely big enough to fit a toddler bed and a chair in the room. Or you have a third option. The third option is you can move further away from the city, further away from your employer, and get a larger home with more land. Now, moving away from the metropolitan area comes with its challenges as well. 1, the commute time to work. I don't have to tell you, rush hour around cities and metropolitan areas can get very hectic and very frustrating. But the second issue when you move away from the metropolitan area could be the schools. Typically right now, our schools are funded by taxpayer dollars. So yes, you may be able to get a less expensive home with more space the further you move out from the metropolitan area. But what is that trade-off? Are you okay with the schools out there? Are you okay with the changing demographic out there? Are you going to be okay with not having your Target within 5 to 10 minutes or your Walmart within 5 to 10 minutes? And maybe this is just for me, but you have to ask yourself, are you okay if there is no Uber Eats or DoorDash when you're moving outside the metropolitan area? Those are things you have to consider. And one of the things that kind of vexes me as someone that has fallen in love with the South and the greenery and everything is that as they build smaller homes, they're building more of them. And that takes away from the greenery that the Charlotte area and North Carolina is accustomed to and is known for. Now, Charlotte is known as the Canopy City because the trees offer a canopy over the streets. It is quite beautiful. If you take a break and just take in your surroundings, you will see how beautiful these tree-lined streets are that I didn't get when I lived in DC or Los Angeles. Now, I do see these smaller homes working for Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. But for millennials, it is a hard pill to swallow for them to take the smaller home and being okay with it. But yet, they also don't want to drive an hour into work. I don't quite know the solution. I just know right now we're at a crossroads between what builders are bringing to the market and what the market, or the major portion of the market, millennials, are willing to accept. I'm a millennial, so I can say this. That is why I believe you have so many millennials crying, moping, complaining about the housing market. Because we saw our parents suffer through the Great Recession. We saw a lot of our family members lose a home to foreclosure. And then when it was our turn to hit the job market, there were no jobs. there was nothing for us to jump into. And now a large portion of millennials have formed a bit of a savings and want to buy that home, only to find out that the home that they envision, that they want, that they need because they have 2 or 3 kids, they're not going to fit comfortably in. What do you all think about this conundrum? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more real estate videos and talking about personal finance. I'm Sir Ashley. Talk soon.